Cater shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end.
It's time for Mountain Crest High School Sports, a presentation of 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, DD Auto and Salvage, Adams Wealth Advisors, Mountain Crest Booster Club, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Mountain Crest Mustangs on 107.7 KLZX.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Hiram, Utah, as we get ready for the matchup between the regional rivals, the Mountain Crest Mustangs, against the Skyview Bobcats. Thank you so much for joining us here late in the pregame show. I'll have you know that we had a fantastic pregame show going.
We did.
But the play-by-play broadcaster should probably know to click the Go Live button before we start to do that.
Yes.
I mean, quite frankly, looking back on it now, Emmy, Oscar-worthy pregame show, and none of us got to hear it because
yes,
I didn't push the button.
Yes. Well, my buddy Charles Barkley stopped by, had some great things to say about the pregame.
That's right.
And he had to go catch a flight, so he's gone.
It's unfortunate. We had a lot of great star-studded cast. It is time for us to get ready for this broadcast. We'll get you what we talked about in the pregame show. Brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club throughout the broadcast tonight. We would like to go ahead and thank the wonderful businesses who support the Mustangs: Karchner Homes, Eldon Dadich, Towing, Little Wonders Learning Center, Cache Valley Nursery, and Big O Tires, your Mountain Crest Booster Club. We will step aside here for our national anthem as we get ready for the tip-off and our starting lineups, brought to you in part by the Logo Shop. They really can put your logo on just about anything. We logo stuff. We'll go ahead, take the break, come back to you in just a moment's time here on 106.9 FM, The Fan, and on CashValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs: Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as part of our pregame show. Brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club. We had a great pregame show. We'll get you an abbreviated version as we get our starting lineups tonight, starting with the Skyview Bobcats. On the floor for the Bobcats, number 4, Liam Guthrie. You say Luke Guthrie? I believe so. Guthrie will start as a senior. Number 15, Jace Lillywhite. Number 24, Matt Hyatt. Number 33, Chance Wilson.
Number 33, Zachary Oxborough.
Yep, number 33, Zachary Oxborough, and then number 35, Chance Wilson. And we talked a little bit about Zach Oxborough on the pregame show, the Forgotten episode, and how he's going to step up tonight. Skyview will be without McCade Roll, their starter junior, who's scoring just under 14 points per game, out with injury in the game against Westfield. They're going to hold him out to keep him ready for the playoffs, keep him healthy. For the Mountain Crest Mustangs, we take a look at their starting lineups and their beautiful uniforms. Noah Carden getting the start tonight. He's been part of that core in this last month for the Mustangs that have been explosive. Sophomore, X Factor. Number 10, Mason Smith. Paired with Parker Andrus, the senior, Nico Dimitrikov, and Easton Pugmire. Coach, when we started this season, Coach Smith didn't seem to have a real favor for putting two big guys out on the floor at any one time. He only had Nico there. Yeah. Now that Easton's come on, more of a 3-guard, 2-forward lineup is what Coach Chandler's been going with lately.
Yeah, and I really consider, Anderson plays like a big guy too.
Yeah,
so you almost end up with like 3 big guys out there, which is very different than the offense that they started with. But yeah, and I really liked how those 3 big men have played well down there. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Mountain Crest plays, and then also how Skyview plays without Rolls out there. So
it's going to be interesting. As Marcus Maw and the rest of the athletic training staff here in Hiram get the shout out, we get ready for tip-off time between the Mountain Crest Mustangs and the Skyview Bobcats. Mountain Crest sitting at 6th in region play, Skyview in 3rd at 6 wins, 4 losses. It's Pugmire and his counterpart Wilson, who will tip it up in the air, won by the Bobcats, and we are underway here in Hiram. Starting here on the left side wing, working his way to the top, stonewalled by Carden. Really forcing to the left. Skyview trying to get back into it. Kick out for 3. Wilson thought about it, gives it back up to Guthrie. Now back up at the top of the arc. It will go off the glass, almost banked in, but in and out comes the shot off of the arms of Lillywhite. Mustangs now 0-0 with 30 seconds taken off the clock. Andrus tries to kick it out into the corner, intended for Pugmire. Good defense on the blind side to knock it out and deflect it away by Wilson. Guthrie, handoff, right side to Oxborough. To the left elbow, jumper, drains it. Oxborough averaging just under 13 points per game. He's going to need to step up big tonight. Hits a big shot, his first, to get the lead up to 2.
Yep, just breaking the seal off the top. That's what Mountain Crest got to do now. Get that first shot and go.
Pugmire at the top of the arc, gives it to Andrus. Now a feed down to the block for Dimitrikov. Bangs against his opponent. Drop step, fadeaway jumper. Yes, there's the lid. Lid's taken off on both sides of the basket.
Yes.
2-2.
Good shot by Dimitrikov. He really likes that shot, and it's very hard to defend down there.
Oxborough, handoff to Guthrie. Drains the 3 with pressure in his face by Mason Smith. Doesn't matter. 3-point field goal made at the top of the arc. Skyview goes up by 3, 5-2. Dimitrikov hesitates, gives it to Carden as the ball reverses from far side to near. Andrus keeps it low on the hip as the Mustangs will poke and prod from the outside. Pugmire trying to back down his man. He will be fouled on the reach-in by Lillywhite.
Yep, Skyview just trying to collapse down on him. Just ended up getting the foul, but I like the idea, getting to your big guys down underneath. Let them work right now for Mountain Crest.
Inbound coming up for Mason Smith on the far side of the basket. He will lob it up over the top to the far side for Andrus, who sees a seam, goes up and through, and is blocked by Wilson. Bounces and ricochets off the backboard, and it's going to be taken up by the big man across the half-court line. Working from right to left, handoff to Oxborough, now to the near side corner, launch another 3, open look, and it's airmailed, nothing but air on that shot by Hyatt. Andrus, Dimitrikov all alone. The collapse in, pokes the ball away. Dimitrikov falls back on top of it like a live grenade, kicks it back out, stolen away by the Bobcats. And the Hail Mary lob from half court is out of the outstretched arms of Hyatt, and it will be a turnover.
Good thought. Just overshot him down there.
It's so tempting to put those up. And
it really is.
You know, a coach is going to tell you, unless you have some runway near half court, trying to feed that into the dead corner is difficult. Here is Dimitrikov with an attack to the basket, no good. Here comes the reverse by Pugmire, and he is fouled on the arm by Hyatt. Good rebound. That's what Pugmire's done so well for the Mustangs this year. It's those second chance opportunities.
Right, yep. And he just needs to get down there. He does a really good job of getting that rebound. He's just got to be a little bit calmer going up.
Pugmire's first shot will be short off the front side of the rim. Will graze off the front side and then pop out. Second shot for Pugmire. Off the right hand, that one is corrected down and in. So 5-3 with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first. Mountain Crest will put on a soft pressure as Wilson, the last couple times he's taken it up the floor, the big man has been taking care of the ball handling responsibilities. Back up the top again, missed his three-point shot, thought about it, and then gave it up. Oxborough driving, backing down his defender inside the key, kicks it back out to the left side for Guthrie. Gets a screen. Good hedge by the Mustangs as there's 5 on the shot clock. Drive by Hyatt. Contested. No good. Deflected and then grabbed and stolen away by the Mustangs. Smith puts on the brakes and surveys. Launches it into the dead corner again. That's the second time. This time it will be a turnover. The Mustangs and the Bigfoot of Pugmire steps out down the baseline.
Just touched out of bounds. Good thought too, but ended up too far under the basket.
Yep. It's such a tough, you want to fit it in there.
Yeah,
it's
you
so
do.
Tantalizing.
Yeah.
But it's usually not, doesn't end up super well for you. Hyatt right side, quick feed up and under, contact, no bucket, and a couple different volleyball tips at the rim, no good, rebounded back by the Bobcats. Jump, stop, and in, the foul, and one. Going to the line after another made basket, Zach Oxborough.
And that's on Mason. That'll be his first, Mason Smith.
Timeout taken on the floor by the Mustangs. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Right now, Oxborough feels confident rolling in. Mountain Crest trying to find their confident person on the other end of the floor.
They are, yep. And they're trying to work it down underneath, which I like. I would really love to see Mountain Crest big man kick that back out when they end up getting double teamed, because you have Carden, you have Smith out there that can hit a three. So it's just one of those things that you got to learn, you got to keep going on.
Yeah, it's the chess game within basketball. You know that the Bobcats are going to collapse in on Dimitrikov and Pugmire. You have to put that thought in their ear.
Yeah.
When you feel that pressure, somebody is open.
Somebody's open.
Be strong with it. Keep your arms up. Kick it out. And it's going to be able to, obviously it might get some points, at least a good look.
Yeah.
From outside.
Yeah.
Instead, we're on the opposite end of the court as Zach Oxborough made the end one, and his free throw is in and out. No good. Andrus skying up into the air to grab it with the left hand, as now the Bobcats will go ahead and put on some double team pressure on Smith. Tries to thread the needle, and it's bounced off of the right toe of Oxborough and out of bounds. It will be a kick ball in front of the Mountain Crest bench.
And Mountain Crest has seen a lot of pressure like this full court. Done a lot better at breaking it.
Long lob for Andrus in front of the Skyview bench. He's double teamed in the near side corner. Flowing, overflowing. Carden hits and launches for three. Here's Pugmire again getting the offensive rebound. Andrus going back towards the bucket. He can't get that one to go. And the Mustangs, a couple good shots. Long lob for Oxborough, who ran the floor. Carden with the hard foul. He'll go to the line once again. Oxborough, a thorn in the side of the Mustangs so far in the first quarter, up 7-3.
Yep. And, we talked early on in the season about the fact that Mountain Crest speed is really one of their pluses, but right now they're having struggles getting back on D, and Skyview taking advantage of that right now.
Oxborough's first shot will go in and out off the back iron. Second opportunity here, and it will miss again. Oxborough struggling from the line. Lucky for Mountain Crest, this could be an easy 10-point lead for the Bobcats with under 4 minutes to play here in the first. Overloading zone is another lob for Pugmire. Kick out to Carden. There's a second opportunity from 3, and it will be long again. Pugmire, another offensive rebound. His jumper is good. Easton Pugmire said, maybe I just got to get some space between me and the basket in order to get that up and in there.
Yeah.
7-5, Bobcats up on top. Guthrie to the right side. Carden steals it away from Hyatt. He's going to go towards the rim and is fouled going up. 2 shots coming up from the line for Noah Carden. Missed his last 2 field goal attempts from 3. Maybe he can get his mojo started from the free throw line.
And we've seen him shoot really well from outside there too.
Neither of his shots, you don't scream no to either of those shots by Noah Carden.
No.
First shot wide right. As both teams having a hard time comprehending what free points mean at the free throw line.
We have a number 11, and I do not have a number 11 on my card.
Carden. Yeah, hits the front end. It rolls in. 7-6, and we do have a number 11 out on the floor, and we don't have a roster number for this individual. Knifing inward is Oxborough, and he's stripped by Smith. Parker Andrus tries to thread the needle inside of 4 different Bobcat defenders at half court. It's taken out and away. Wilson driving the baseline, left alone. Snatched up and grabbed and stolen away by Noah Carden. Andrus smartly decides to pocket the basketball, drive to the hoop himself, get towards the block, and he will be fouled. A couple fouls on either end of the floor, and I really want to know who number 11 is for Skyview. John, I know you're listening to this broadcast. Mr. Newbold,
Mr. Newbold, if you've got that.
Tell me who number 11 is.
You've got my digits.
Mountain Crest number 11, we know who that is. Parker Andrus at the free throw line, and another miss.
Everybody is struggling from the stripe tonight, so.
Is it possible that everybody's amped up for a rivalry game? Is that what it is?
I don't know, maybe.
Too much juice.
Something.
Here's the second opportunity for Andrus, and that one will go in, so at least 50% from the line. Far side, and a lob into the middle, Dimitrikov. Breaks off at the last second. Launch from Guthrie is short off the front side of the rim. Gets his own rebound, gets it back up to the top for Lillywhite. Drives in, skying up in the air, and kisses off the glass for 2.
That was a very good high percentage shot right there with the movement for Skyview.
Skyview dipping back into man defense as a lob at the near side free throw line. Handoff to Carden. And Andrus wasn't quite ready for the wraparound pass. Smith tried to box out Lillywhite, and a block from behind by Dimitrikov.
I think
second opportunity
got him with the body too a little bit. I was kind of surprised about that, but good movement by Mount Crest to get back down there.
Yeah, good catch-up speed by Dimitrikov. Just ends up being a crazy weird bounce off the backboard. Ends back up into the arms of Skyview as Easton Mills puts his first free throw down and in.
Court Rigby is number 11.
Rigby.
Court Rigby. Yep. Thank you to Hurricane John Newbold for...
He's always coming in clutch.
Yeah, he is.
Mills hits his second free throw. He goes 100% from the line. As Mountain Crest will take it. Across the half-court line. Set up, long lob, and Jackson Brands is partially deflected as he launches up the 3. Good defense by Skyview. Catch-up D in the corner. Rigby, he will hit. So a partially blocked three-pointer on one end, transition 3 on the other, and bada bing, bada boom, you've doubled up the Mustangs, 14-7, Skyview Bobcats. Rigby overplays That was Mills. Overplays it, gets it back into the arms of Smith. He's going to go one-on-one, stops, drops, and pops it back as he fades away. Expert move by the point guard, Mason Smith, to get his defender to fly away from where he was trying to go. 14-9 with under 1 minute remaining in the first. Rigby has his pocket stolen by Carden. How many times have we said that this year as he flies up and in with the left-hand layup? And just like that, Mountain Crest made up that gap pretty quickly. 40 seconds now before the end of the first quarter. Oxborough, handoff, far side, stonewalled. That is Tatum Sagers. Back to Oxborough inside the key, and his lob up to nobody is partially deflected, grabbed back by the Bobcats. Mills stopped by Pugmire, and it's going to go off of a Bobcat and out of bounds.
Good hustle. Both teams really hustling out there right now.
You'd love to see it. Great basketball.
Yeah.
Tough. You can tell that these kids are leaving it out on the line. Out on the floor for the Mustangs, it is Smith, Carden, Andrus, Pugmire, and Brands. As Mountain Crest will work the triangle weave across half court, it will be a travel on Smith as he drug his toe right on the head of the Mountain Crest logo.
Yep.
A little bit more of a relaxed demeanor tonight. It feels a little bit more... I don't want to say relaxed necessarily on the floor, but our crowd is definitely sedated a little bit.
Super loud, yeah.
Here's Smith hedging left on Guthrie, forcing him to his left hand, gives it up to Oxborough. Jabs, floats away at the free throw line. His shot is missed. The putback will count.
Wow.
That was a crazy quick putback by the Bobcats. I didn't even see who that was.
No, I didn't see who it was either.
That was a laser beam right at the buzzer. The miss off of the backboard by Oxborough is put back and in by a Skyview Bobcat. The end of one, 16-11 in favor of Smithfield. We'll take the break, come back to you for more here on 106.9 FM, The Fan.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Hiram, Utah. I am your voice of the Mountain Crest Mustangs, Cody Olson, joined here on my left by Coach Olson. This has been a first quarter brought to you by DD Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Just call them at 787-1204. No job is too big for DD Auto and Salvage. We will go ahead and start as the Mustangs will begin with the basketball, working from left to right. Brands into Smith as he collects it in the backcourt. Pump fakes left, goes back to the right as Skyview settles in to more of that hybrid 3-2 zone. It's kind of like that floating zone, trying to tease the Mustangs to put it into harm's way. Smith gets a good look from three, and it will roll off the front of the rim. No good. Carden to Pugmire, coming in, and a foul as he drives towards the basket. Noah Carden and Easton Pugmire, the two Energizer bunnies tonight.
Yes.
They've had a plethora of second chances
they really
off
have.
of Mountain Crest misses.
And they're flying in to get the rebounds, which you love to see.
Pugmire's free throw up and good. 16-12 in favor of the Bobcats in the early goings of the second quarter. It's been a scoring by committee, really, by the Bobcats. Everybody's gotten in on the action so far. No one person leads. For the Mustangs, it's been Easton Pugmire, followed by Noah Carden, with 8 points between the two of them. Wraparound pass to Guthrie in the far side corner. Shugs off his defender, gives it back over to the top in favor of Sagers. Float up and through. Mills is poked away from behind. Ball goes out of bounds. Noah Carden playing the hunter role.
Yeah, he does a good job of that, anticipating those passes. He gets quite a few steals that way.
Brands closing out on Sagers. Now Mills at the top as Skyview will weave and hand off. Free throw jumper again as another hit is good by Guthrie. 18-13. That free throw line, those elbow jumpers have really been the only area where Skyview's been able to hit some shots consistently so far. Brands floating away to Andrus, driving with the left hand. It will be a charging foul. I think Andrus had made up his mind
he did.
even before the pump fake that he was going to go to the rim, and I think Skyview knew that.
Yeah. Well, and he has the tendency to do that. So if I'm not sure in high school basketball how much film goes into it, but
I would assume a little bit. But if you know the tendency of the person that you're guarding, you sit back. There's the backdoor cut, bounces off the back heel of Mason Smith, the steal by the Mustangs. They will settle back in. Brands, a screen from Pugmire, works off the screen. Skyview good to work through it. Dimitrikov calling for it on the block, can't get it to him as the ball reverses field to the far side. Carden drives the baseline. It will step out of bounds. Kind of ran into a brick wall of Tatum Sagers. And it will go back to the Bobcats as Brands will take a seat on the bench in favor of Tatum Martinson. Martinson has been the dictionary definition of, dare I say, hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold.
This whole year. He's had games where he's launched up and got 19 points, can't miss from three-point land, and then has been also having moments putting it in the rim. Back door and the pick and roll, no good. Everything but the bucket for Skyview as they work to the far side of the key. Mount Crest comes up to collapse. Good look, no dice. Rigby and Oxborough set to check in for the Bobcats on the next dead ball. Bounce pass to Dimitrikov, and he is fouled before the shot. Our referee will come on over, tell us that it is indeed number 15. That will be Lily Wright's second.
There's been quite a few fouls underneath that Mount Crest has been able to get underneath there. So not seeing anybody with fouls on the board, but I know they're there.
They just barely got subbed out. Martinson travels with the basketball. The up and down was met at the pinnacle of what he was going to shoot it at. Realized that I got no chance to get it over that.
Nope.
Came back down to earth. 5:44 left here in the second. A 5-point lead by the Bobcats as we get a new face in for Skyview, number 21, Max Castillo. Hand off to Oxborough, gets past Noah Carden, slips on the floor, and he'll go ahead and give up a travel.
I wonder if it's so slick
I don't know.
or not.
I don't know. I used to play with some people that when they hit the deck, the game might as well just need to put out a janitorial crew because there was no way we were going to be able to do anything on that floor. Mason Smith gets the and one bucket, takes contact, laying it up and in on the right side of the key. He holds that for so long.
Yeah, he does.
So long. First foul against Easton Mills. Mason Smith with the three-point play down and in.
Mount Crest back to within two.
Castillo across the timeline. Looks across at what Mountain Crest is presenting. It is man defense, bringing Dimitrikov out. Guthrie to Oxborough. Back to Guthrie at the top of the arc. Points to where he wants to go. Step back three, gets Dimitrikov off balance, doesn't go. Smith running the floor. 3-on-3 opportunity, spin. Pugmire, late decision, stolen away by the Bobcats. Now the Bobcats with numbers. Mills, blocked. Carden was able to deflect it.
He has got quite a jump.
How he gets up there, I have no idea. Here is Pugmire with the lob, and it's just a little bit of a forced opportunity there for Mountain Crest. Gives the ball right back.
They had that opportunity to, tie it, but a little bit too quick on the draw.
Coach Smith comes out, and he was not happy particularly with that long lob. It just wasn't a high percentage. Timeout on the floor. It's the 30-second timeout. Coach, Mountain Crest biting at the heels of the Bobcats right now. What can they do to get back into this thing and take the lead?
Well, they keep clawing back in. I really like their defense. I think their defense is doing really well. I think that they are missing a lot of high percentage shots down underneath. They need to work on that.
Yeah.
And again, I love how they're working it down to the big guys. But again, I would love to see them kick it back out when they're double teamed.
Right now, Mountain Crest trying to find somebody who can be a threat from outside the key. It's really been the second chance heroics of Easton Pugmire with some offensive rebounding and Noah Carden as well that have kept the Mustangs within 2. Inbound coming up on the far side of the court. It is Oxborough to Castillo. 4:30 remaining before halftime. Bounce pass near the elbow. Rigby holds his shot. Has a right knee brace on. Oxborough, one-on-one versus Andrus. Floats away. High arcing shot. It's too far. And Mills is fouled from behind. Try to get your hand in the cookie jar, and you got nothing but elbow if you're Mason Smith. 2 shots coming up.
I like it. It's a good thought, but you don't end up with the ball. And in that position, more than likely than not, you're going to end up on that arm.
Mills' shot is good, and he's been pretty stellar from the free throw line so far. We get some substitutions as Carden comes in. So too does
Olsen.
Cale Muir.
Oh, is that Muir?
Yes.
Ah, you're right. Don't want to get that mixed up.
Nope, Cale Muir out on the floor. And Mills goes 2 for 2. Pushes the lead to 4. Noah Carden, the ball handling opportunities. Guthrie up at the top to meet him at the pinnacle of the arc. Handoff to Muir, back to Carden near side. Set up for Muir. I think it was going to be a 3-point setup. Carden up under and again, and they foul. Noah Carden looked like he might have walked a little bit. He took a couple steps.
He had a Euro step, but I wonder if the board's off because there's a lot of fouls that's been played and there aren't any on the board. But then again, Skyview has gone deep into their bench.
Skyview's played a lot of people tonight. And I think that's probably the answer to the question.
That could be the answer, yeah.
We get more substitutions for Skyview as out comes Mills and Castillo. In comes Wilson and Oxborough. Carden made the first free throw. Here's his second. And he'll go up and in. 2 for 2 at the line. 5 points now for Noah Carden, 5 points for Pugmire. On the opposite end, it is Guthrie with 7, Oxborough with 4. With under 4 minutes to play in this one. Rigby, hedged. Goes one-on-one versus Dimitrikov. Good defense and a high arcing shot. Goes right off of Cale Muir. That was Mountain Crest's ball to have. And
it was.
Muir just lost it. Goes right into the arms of the Bobcats, and they go up and through and get another foul. That's just the ball literally slips through your fingers on that one.
It did. It rolled around through a couple of Mountain Crest feet.
Here's Wilson. Shot up and good as he fades away from the line. His shoes are a little deceiving. It looks as though he's wearing sandals, but he's just got white on his Achilles.
On the back, yeah.
It looks like he's wearing Nike slip-ons. And he will miss the second one. Pugmire.
He's got the Nike Crocs down there.
Nike Crocs. Oh, man, one day someone's going to ball out in Crocs. You wait for it. Sports. That is a Sports Center Instagram post waiting to happen.
As long as they're in four-wheel drive, you wouldn't slip too much. So.
Here's Andrus, fouled from behind by Oxborough. That will be the first on Oxborough, actually.
That's weird. I know he's got at least one more than that.
That's what I thought, too, but granted, I've had a hard time keeping track of all the different rotations for Skyview tonight.
There has been a lot of fouls out there.
Coach Hilliard, been around the block enough to say, hey, I've got a deep bench.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going to go down. I'm going to go deep into this. As Andrus knocks down his first free throw. It's been a longer first half, mostly due to the fact that there has been a plethora of fouls tonight.
Yep.
Andrus again, bounces, rattles, pops out, and then back in. Oxborough, quick pass, Guthrie. Wilson versus Dimitrikov on the block. Kick out to the top. Rigby, back to Guthrie. Beyond the three-point line as he shuffles and works his way right. There was a couple opportunities here. Rigby driving, left-hand layup, up and in. Skied up into the air. 23-20. back and forth. Mountain Crest nipping at the heels of the Bobcats so far in this first half. Muir, telegraphed pass is deflected back in the backcourt, collected by Carden. Andrus has that ball poked away. Carden again loses it. Ball again rolling around, and it should be Mountain Crest basketball.
Yeah.
And I think that's the right call. It was touched last by the Bobcats as it rolled out of bounds. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Mills will come back in. Rigby will come out for the Bobcats.
At times we've seen hockey shifts.
It's true. You're getting so many. And
so
I think
many
that,
players.
You know, I haven't watched Skyview enough to say definitively, but it seems as though that it's Coach Hilliard trying to get as much as he can as a long three from Noah Carden goes in. Coach Hilliard's trying to keep everybody fresh and run the Mustangs ragged, it seems like right now. Trying to get that high tempo. Guthrie, guarded by Carden, lost the basketball, collects it back, flips it in the far side corner. Oxborough, a cross-court pass. Mills versus Pugmire. Good defense as a floating in shot won't go. Mills is fouled, and Carden upset as he's going to go ahead and pick up, I believe, his second.
Yeah.
Maybe his. Yep. Second foul by Noah Carden, and maybe you do want to sit him on the bench just to protect that third one.
Yeah.
So Muir's going to come out. Brands will come in. So too will Smith, as he took a seat on the bench for a while. Wilson works it right, pulls it back to the top of the arc, holds the basketball. No pressure by the Mustangs as they let the big man survey. One-on-one Dimitrikov. Here's a long three from the big man, and he hits it.
That was deep.
That was a deep three by Wilson, and he had, the runway to do it. Dimitrikov probably thinking the same thing that everybody else in the stands were, is like, there's no way he's going to pull this 3 feet behind the three-point line. Well, he did. 26-23. Here's Dimitrikov going against Mills. Has some help, and he's contested at the pinnacle of his shot. Leaves it short. Guthrie, a lane, up. Layup is good. Brands back with the basketball in front of the media table. A 5-point lead by the Bobcats as they've stretched it on a 5-0 run. 70 seconds remaining before the second quarter. Andrus pumps, drives the key, stops, gives it back to Pugmire. He wants the three. No, Pugmire's shot rolls in and out, and Pugmire's wanted that all year long.
He has.
It just has not gone in for him. 28-23. Bobcats in control in the final minute before halftime. Mills, handoff to Wilson. Made the three-point shot before. Gives it back to Mills, and he's rejected by the bottom of the rim. Lucky bounce as the Bobcats get it beyond the arc. A reset. 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smith sloughs off his man. A shot high for Guthrie, no good. Pugmire grabs it, and the Mustangs will take the timeout with 26 seconds remaining, down 5.
Yep, and they were tied at the 23-23, but 2 turnovers have let the Bobcats stretch that lead again. And again, the biggest difference, Bobcats hitting a lot more of their shots. Mountain Crest still struggling to hit their shots.
Yeah. It hasn't been a lack of good looks. It's just been the ball hasn't gone into the bucket for the Mustangs. That's been the biggest thing.
We talked about this at Bear River. Mountain Crest just seems to never get the bounce. Like, the ball does not bounce their way.
They've angered some basketball god out there, because I haven't seen very many fortunate bounces for the Mustangs this year.
No, every bounce goes the other way, and it's just one of those things where you're just like, you got to go out and turn the horseshoe up the right way, and you got to do something to get that luck back, because
100%.
In sports, there is that little bit of luck that you need.
All right. Jackson Brands to inbound it to Mason Smith. The timeout was taken, and it looks as though the Mustangs will slow it down Pugmire was a little bit anxious to get to the play set, and he gets pushed back to his original spot as the Mustangs dribble it down to 10 seconds. Smith at the top. He's going to take the three. Yes! Mason Smith. 28-26, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Oxborough, gets it off at the buzzer, too strong and wide left. We go into the halftime break. 2 points separating these teams with the Bobcats up 28-26.
This has been a fun game.
It's been a great game.
Yeah.
It's been a really fun one. Back and forth action. Your current leaders on the floor, I believe Noah Carden with 8 points. Mason Smith with 8 points.
Yeah.
Pugmire with 5. We haven't seen a whole lot of Niko Dimitrikov. He made the first bucket of the game,
right,
but hasn't made anything since that point.
Nope.
We get a great little halftime show here in Hiram by Just Jumpin' Jump Rope Group. For us here on 107.7 106.9 The Fan.
The Fan.
They keep switching it up on me.
I know. It's okay.
And on, but I do know that we're on Cache Valley Daily, so you can be watching us here.
Live.
We'll go ahead, take the break, come back to you in about 10 minutes for the start of our second half. We'll talk about the adjustments the Mustangs could make, what Skyview's been doing really well, and what we can think about in terms of a second half adjustment for both teams coming up. This has been a combined Mountain Crest and Skyview broadcast brought to you in part by Napa Auto Parts. The parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best. Locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. We'll be right back after these messages.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hiram. We get a great halftime show from the Just Jumpin' Jump Club. Now we get our Mountain Crest Mustang cheerleaders out on the floor. We are here live in Hiram.
Yes.
Getting ready for the second half action between Skyview and Mountain Crest. Some good things for the Mustangs, some not so great things, and also some good things for the Bobcats. Not so great things. I'll start with Skyview.
Yes.
One thing that they've been doing great is that they've been maximizing their offensive opportunities. They've been hitting shots at a high clip tonight.
Yeah.
Specifically from the mid-range area. Those elbow jumpers have been working really well for Skyview. One thing that they got to improve on is getting Easton Pugmire out of the paint.
Yeah.
And giving up those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, for Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest has been able to get those second chance opportunities, and they do need to start boxing. Skyview's got to work on boxing him and Andrus out. But along those lines, Mountain Crest has got to start making those inside shots. They're missing quite a few, which, you know, you look at Skyview and it's like the entire team has 4 points. You know what I mean?
It's true.
The entire team has 4 points.
It's like 15 people, and they all have 4 points.
They all have 4 points, yes. Where Mountain Crest obviously doesn't have quite as many people scoring, but they need to get that movement going and start hitting their outside shots, hitting those easy inside shots, and then bouncing it outside when they get double teamed down underneath.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of feels as though the team to fix either one of those, before, or rather in the second half. The first one to fix it is going to be the one to pull away first.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Skyview finally boxing out Easton Pugmire?
Yeah.
Or is Mountain Crest going to start making their bunnies?
Right.
That's going to really be the thing that we'll be looking for in terms of an adjustment here in the second half. We'll go ahead and begin the second half. Coming up in just a minute after a quick message from our partners and sponsors, including Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? Well, you can find out at lesolson.com and get all the office products you need at a great service with a great team. We'll go ahead, take a break, come back to you in about 3.5 minutes for the start of our second half here on 106.9 The Fan on CashValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Locker 42. This is the store for Aggie fans. All your favorite apparel with an Aggie logo. Stay warm and fashionable in a cocoon blanket or a coat. Pick out a warm Aggie beanie. Choose a hat from Locker 42's wall of hats. This is the store where Aggie fans shop. Locker 42, downtown Logan.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Hiram, Utah. Mountain Crest Hardwood trying to be defended here by the Mustangs, who currently sit at 6th in region play, trying to upend the Skyview Bobcats in 3rd. Region 11 has been an interesting region this year, Coach.
It really has.
Westfield's come in as a complete, question mark, gone in and played very, very well. Green Canyon's done some fantastic basketball. Ridgeline's battling them at the top. And, Bear River, kind of pesky for everybody in the region as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. The preseason was correct with Green Canyon and Ridgeline, but then it's been kind of a shoot since then, crap shoot since then. So.
All right, here's the Bobcats starting off with the basketball. Mason Smith sloughed off going through his Oxborough, and he will miss the bunny layup inside the key. Rebounded back by Jackson Brands, who crosses over right, gives it back to Smith. He's going to launch a three. It looks short. It is. Rebounded by Brands. His shot won't go. Pugmire with the rebound. And we get a jump ball opportunity. We'll stay with the Mustangs. So far, the trend continues. Missing bunnies, and Skyview's not boxing out.
Yep.
So I guess, who's going to do it first? A
lot of the same.
Carden to Pugmire. He wants a three. Can he get it finally? Yes.
He finally hits his three.
Easton Pugmire takes the lead back for the Mustangs, up 29-28 over the Bobcats.
I think this might be their first lead, actually.
There's a tie in the second quarter at 23. Mustangs have got it back at 29. Pick and roll, beautiful look, and
it was really close.
Pugmire definitely can, touch that basketball going down. It doesn't matter; it goes up and in. But either way, that should have been a goaltending. Incredible that he can get up there that high. Here's Pugmire, and a foul away from the basketball. And it's going to be on
33. No, 24.
24. Matt Hyatt. That will be the third foul on Matthew Hyatt. So there's somebody who has more than one foul for the Bobcats. Here's Pugmire driving in, and the ball will roll in and out. So tough. Dimitrikov catches up to Oxborough, who was stuck underneath the basket. Wilson for three. Can he go 2 for 2? No. Right side miss. Guthrie spins off of Carden, and one. Yes. Carden bites hard on the pump. Inside, goes back inwards, rides the hip of Guthrie, and he's going to pick up his third foul with that early in the third quarter. So far, Coach Smith not doing anything. Now Parker Andrus will tap the substitution table and say, Noah, we got to protect you right now, as he will go to the bench. Noah Carden, kind of that catalyst for offense. He's going to have to take a seat.
Yep. Other Mustangs are going to have to step up.
Smith waiting, gets it to Dimitrikov as he comes back towards the baseline. Skyview puts on a little bit of a mini pressure, and they will slough back off as the Mustangs cross the half-court line. Smith, cool, calm, and collected, gives it to the left side elbow for Pugmire. Now to Dimitrikov, who's pushed well beyond the three-point line. He will go inwards, give it back to Andrus. As the Mustangs feed to the far side block. Backdoor, no, as there was an attempt to cut inside the key for Pugmire. Doesn't end up working well. Wilson with the head of steam, drives in, takes it back for the Bobcats. And just like that, a 6-point lead for Skyview, 35-29.
It's amazing how quickly that just happens, you know?
Smith stops, mid-post jumper, won't go, hangs on the front of the rim. Mountain Crest can't get it. Pugmire to meet Wilson. Now to Guthrie. On the right side, wing extended. Drives, floats it up, lays it down and in. 37-29, and a timeout by the Mustangs. Does not take long for either one of these teams to get a run. It was like that. When we get a full timeout, let's take it as well. Come back right after this on 106.9 The Fan on CashValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
All right, back into the third quarter we go. It was just like that. We were talking about a Mountain Crest 1-point lead, and then boom, 8-point Bobcat lead, just like that. A quick 9 points scored in what has been, I believe, a minute and 5 seconds for the Bobcats.
The Bobcats getting quite a few fast break points on Mountain Crest right now.
Kind of been out hustling the Mustangs, and that might have been the tactic by Coach Hilliard. Here's Brands, who is rejected at the top of his arc. Here we go. Lillywhite through, misses the layup. Bobcats get the rebound. Their shot won't go inside the key. Andrus is fouled outside as the ball will ping pong around. Tough shot as Jackson Brands thought he had a clean look from the very top of the arc. It is rejected. Bobcats take it the other way. Now, Skyview's been turning on the Jets. They have not been waiting for any cue whatsoever. Here's Smith for three, has a better look, but it airmails wide right. Brands uses his athleticism to skip far into the baseline and swing it off his right hand and off the toe of a Skyview Bobcat. Stays with the Mustangs and saves the possession. Here's Brands again. This is another three look, and it's short. Dimitrikov, rebound, back to Brands. At the top of the arc, and he will pass it off to Smith. Mountain Crest well short. Here's Brands again, and another three is good. There we go.
A little bit better shot there.
A little bit better of a shot, and it looked like that was the emphasis on that offensive possession. Get a three for Jackson Brands. Ends up working as he had a couple cracks at it. Backdoor,
what
Oxborough.
a pretty pass.
Awesome pass by Lillywhite, who just
threaded
shortstop type of toss inside. Here's Andrus, handoff to Brands again. Stops, backdoor, and the layup is good by Dimitrikov. Holds it high and away from his body. Dimitrikov makes up the gap as Skyview sprinting down the floor right now to outpace the Mustangs.
They've got a lot of hustle. And again, it goes to the fact that, they're playing around 10 kids right now. So, of course,
not more.
They've got more energy,
Yeah, I think they've been going 12 or 11 deep at least at this point. Oxborough pumps the three on the far side wing, gives it to Lillywhite, who will take the three of his own, and it will go off the rim. Cleaned off the glass by Dimitrikov on the miss. Brands. Slow-mo, crossover, bad communication between Smith and Brands as he'll throw it out of bounds into the Mountain Crest student section.
And they just can't afford to do that right now.
Noah Carden will come into the ballgame, and if I'm head coach Kirk Hilliard, I'm saying wherever we're going right at Noah Carden to get him his fourth foul.
Yeah, try and get him off.
Wilson, right side wing extended. The handoff to Carden. Guarding Oxborough. Driving in, gets past his man, and will go up and through. A 30-second timeout by the Bobcats. They lead 41-34, a 7-point lead. And, if you can't get the foul on Carden, at least you can take it aggressively and get a better look inside. That's what they did there. What are the Bobcats doing different from the first half to the second half that's helping them right now?
I think they've increased their drive. They're just going right at the basket. They're not running an offense right now. They're just cutting right to it, and I think that's the biggest difference right now. One thing I'm going to mention, the last 3 games for the Mustangs, they have trailed right there between 7 and 8 points through the whole game, and I just have not been able to make up that difference.
Been that little hill that they can never get over, and right now they're sitting at 7 points in a deficit to a good Bobcat squad who's made an adjustment at halftime. They said, hey, we got the bodies and we got the fouls to give. Let's play physical. Let's run. It's working out for Skyview so far. Mountain Crest trying to counterpunch as the bounce pass to the elbow is handed off from Dimitrikov to Carden, who is stonewalled at the top of the free throw line. Brands crosses over left, gets it back to Andrus, sees a little bit of room, goes up, and he will be fouled on the block. Lucky, because that's another one of those predetermined drives by Parker Andrus that if Skyview was just smart enough to stay still, they would be rewarded with a offensive foul.
Right.
Correction, that's a foul on 15.
Lillywhite will get his next foul, the 13th foul for the Bobcats. Smith to Dimitrikov, one-on-one. Dimitrikov, baby hook is good. So Dimitrikov has really liked the matchup that he's had against specifically Easton Mills. He's been able to back him down closer to the rim. Had a much greater success than against Wilson tonight. Here's Guthrie. Harassed by Smith, and he will lose the basketball. Go off of his hands and out of bounds. So here's that chance. Just like you mentioned, Mustangs have hung in there around that 5, 7 range. Here it is. You make a good bucket, you cut it down to possibly a one-possession game here if you're smart. Andrus to Brands, sidestep the 3, great move, but no bucket. Bounces twice off the rim and rebounded by the Bobcats.
Just not able to capitalize on that last turnover.
Wilson down on the offensive floor for Skyview, driving. Rigby hands it back off to the big man at the top. Skyview being quick with the passes inside. Oxborough flips it out to Guthrie for 3. No. Rebound tipped around. Here comes the Mustangs. A 2-on-1 opportunity. Handoff to Andrus, and he loses the basketball. It will stay with the Mustangs. I kind of almost want Dimitrikov. I know it's tempting. Just take it.
Just go.
If he's within an arm's reach of you, a pass is not going to help. In that drive.
And with the defender moving, it's not like he can immediately get position.
41-36 with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Noah Carden, toss to Brands. This is as open of a look as you can get, and it will brick off the back iron. Tips around, no good, and a foul. Tough break. That was close. You could have had the opportunity and the argument to get a jump ball, but no. Jackson Brands will pick up his first. And it seems as though Brands has that green light to shoot the three.
Yeah.
Mustangs settle into a man defense here. Rigby crosses left against Carden. Good defense.
Got away with a walk there, it looked like.
Good
almost.
defense, but it doesn't matter as Rigby gets up and through, pushes it back up to 7 for the Bobcats. Smith to Brands. Bounce pass to Andrus. One-on-one versus Lillywhite. Spins. Goes up and through. Great move by Parker Andrus.
Yep.
Got that slender frame that he can just slip
go right around,
underneath and around his defender. 1 minute remaining before the end of the third quarter. 43-38. And a drive to the rim is no good. Andrus is fouled in what could be considered an unnecessary foul by Rigby. It's just
a low reach in.
I mean, 40 feet away from the basket. That's what I'm saying. I think it was it's an idea to poke it away, but 40 feet away from the basket, it's a little bit of a tough one. Yeah, at least slows Mountain Crest down. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Maybe
I should shut up. How about that? Huh?
It's not like Mountain Crest has been killing them with their fast break.
Hand off to Andrus. And that should have been a double dribble by Andrus, who thought he was going to hand it off. Lost it and then picks it back up again. Hilliard is asking for an explanation. I think it's just plain miss by the fishing crew. Here's our Noah Carden for three, no good off the front of the rim. A three ball has just not been favorable to the Mustangs tonight.
No.
5-point lead by the Bobcats. Sagers to Oxborough, who's been held quiet since the first quarter. Over pursue, Lillywhite inside out. Rigby for three, no. Mountain Crest and Skyview trading different looks. Shot clock is off for Skyview. Rigby gets the screen. Brands cuts off Rigby. Left side for Mills for three, and it will bounce out. Skyview has not been able to make Mountain Crest pay from three. Mountain Crest can't make up the gap from three.
Nope.
And it's a 5-point difference as we go into the fourth.
Yep, again, that 5-point difference is, it's been huge for, it's one of those things. The Mountain Crest does a good job staying even, but just making up that little bit has been so hard for them.
We'll take the break, come back for the final quarter and the conclusion of this region game after this on 106.9 The Fan and on CashValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
All right, start of our fourth quarter. Your leaders in terms of points on the floor, Noah Carden, Mason Smith, and Easton Pugmire, all with 8 points. Dimitrikov held to 6. We haven't seen or heard from him a ton tonight. For the Bobcats, a big 13 points, a quiet 13 really by Guthrie, the senior.
Yeah, and Guthrie's double digits for Skyview.
Skyview's going to go ahead and begin with the basketball. Sagers in the backcourt will dribble out of it, guarded by Noah Carden. Crossover left in the feed. Pugmire pokes it out and away. Ball out on the floor as Carden has that ball ripped away and stolen back by the Bobcats. Carden thought that he was fouled a few times as he tried to get that one away. Our officials disagree. Bad shot up and through. Lost the basketball as it bounces off the backboard on the attack from Mountain Crest. And they cannot seem to break 5 points.
Nope, they cannot.
Guthrie to Lillywhite at the top of the arc. Spinning left is Oxborough, and then back off the screen. Back door, and the pick and roll option. Stopped by the Mustangs. Back step. And a miss from long range from Guthrie. Bobcats able to rebound it, but then step out of bounds on the baseline. Seven minutes remaining. Mountain Crest got to turn it on right now if they want to catch the Bobcats. Here is the back door by Dimitrikov. Too hard.
Yep, just a little bit too hard in front.
Overshot Carden, who had the open look. Just not an accurate pass.
Yep. Mountain Crest seems very off tonight.
They're just kind of stuck in that little rut that they've had. Attacking the rim, Oxborough pakes left, goes right, up and through, and the lead is extended to 9 for the Bobcats. Scoring drought for the Mustangs. This last little bit. Pugmire, top of the key, give it to Brands, now feed to Dimitrikov. Floater, right hand, no good, and that's Lillywhite. Seems like everybody has given Dimitrikov a tough go besides Mills. They don't get the matchup they want, and the miss for the Mustangs. Guthrie. Pick and roll, no good. Here's Mills, drives, goes up, gets Pugmire to bite. 11-point lead. Coach Smith stands up, thinks about the timeout, decides against it as he goes down the line as he tries to see what his boys can do to stop the bleeding on their own. Carden, fadeaway jumper, is going to be short off the front of the rim, and everything is just dead for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, just not able to get anything going, and everything falling for Bobcats right now.
Oxborough, flip it to Mills at the top of the arc. Drives against Pugmire, up and through, and the foul. And the Mountain Crest Mustangs really, that was a foul out of pure frustration. They were just sick of getting the ball driven on them, and they just are going to say, okay, well, I'm going to make you earn it and stop this from the line. That's really what it was. In the blink of an eye, the Mountain Crest offense has flatlined in the last probably 4 minutes or so. Another free throw make and a 12-point lead as Mills hits his first. And you think back to those fouls by Noah Carden.
Yeah.
Sits on the bench and then cuts, kind of went cold.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up when you're in foul trouble because you foul and then you got to go sit and then you get back in and you're cold.
The Bobcats have done a fantastic job D'ing up this Mountain Crest offense as well, just like this, as Smith forces up a tough shot. Dimitrikov, frustration foul as he pushes the Bobcat out of bounds. And you're starting to see the cracks begin to show with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And you can see the frustration coming out with the Mustangs. They kept it really close right up there until the fourth quarter.
Oxborough. Mountain Crest still with a chance as Carden picks up his fourth on a reach-in foul. And I don't think you take him out right now.
No, you don't.
You got to leave him in.
Just leave him in, yep.
Guthrie, near side. Feed to Mills, guarded by Pugmire. Reverse layup is good. Mountain Crest timeout and a lead of 15 for the Bobcats. It will be a full timeout. We'll come back and talk a little bit about what we've seen in just a second here on The Fan and on CashValleyDaily.com.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
All right, welcome back here to the fourth quarter. Bobcats have gone on a little bit of a run. Mountain Crest beginning the second half pushes it, looks good, takes the lead. Everything's looking like, oh, okay, the Mountain Crest, the Mustangs are back. What can they do? And then boom, just like that, 7-point lead by the Bobcats. You play with that type of deficit for a while, and now just really the anemic offense in the second half by the Mustangs has just let Skyview pull out to a 15-point lead at this point, 53-38.
Well, and when you have games like this, which Mountain Crest has kind of over and over again, we talked about the ball not bouncing their way, things just not quite working out that way, and it can wear on you psychologically.
Here's Dimitrikov on a good play design. The pass outside in on the far side block is good, so there's something here. 13 points, still feasible if you can get something rolling, of course. Well, that's the first made basket for the Mustangs in what I believe is this whole quarter, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Guthrie drives, has a lane, throws it up off the glass, hangs on the rim, no good. Andrus pulls it up off the floor as the Mustangs will get it back on the rebound. Hand off to Smith, now to Brands, pumps, tries to pull it back out. Here is Dimitrikov trying to go to work, brings down his man, throws up what is a circus shot. I mean, he's throwing it from his hip and it goes up and in on the hook shot. Back-to-back points by Nico Dimitrikov, brings it down to an 11-point lead for the Bobcats, 53-42 with 3:30 remaining. And another break as Guthrie rolls it off of his hands, trying to dribble away from Mountain Crest defender. If I'm Coach Hilliard, slow it down. I mean,
slow it down.
Slow it down. But I'm not Coach Hilliard.
Nope.
And I haven't spent 14 years coaching the Bobcats.
No.
All right? So what do I know? Nothing. Smith puts his back into his defender, tries to bring it back down. Another feed to Dimitrikov. Falls away, throws it up. He's going to go wide left. The Mountain Crest Mustangs get the rebound. Smith sets up for three. Wide right, no good. And Andrus can't bring it back in and throw it up. Ball out on the floor. It's last touched by the Bobcats. And that would have been, a highlight, ESPN-worthy play if Andrus would have been able to get the rebound and put back with the tomahawk.
Yep.
But alas, no dice. 3 minutes remaining. Little time for the Mustangs to get something going here. Dimitrikov pumps, drives, throws it up, and is fouled before the shot. Chance Wilson with his
a lot of fouls,
third.
but again, like the points, they're spread out.
That's right.
Well, and if you look, Bobcats have 3 players in double digits now.
As Guthrie comes out, yeah, absolutely. Mountain Crest currently on the floor, only one person in double digits. It is Dimitrikov, as they kind of have gone to him in this last 2 minutes. Yeah, they are feeding again.
Yep.
Trying to clear out space. Dimitrikov gets his points, gets his bucket, and that's been the go-to. Mountain Crest has tried to find someone to get buckets, and it's been Dimitrikov the last couple possessions.
Yep.
9-point difference as the Mustangs on a 6-0 run via Nico Dimitrikov. On the solo move, backdoor cut. Oxborough is fouled. Mountain Crest over pursuing a lot tonight. That backdoor cut has been there all night for the Bobcats.
All night long, yeah, it has. And that's where you end up picking up a lot of those fouls, is where you're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make that slip, and now they've got position, and it's let them go or foul them.
Short on the free throw by Oxborough. And keep in mind, the Bobcats have been without their leading scorer tonight in McCade Roll. He has sat out with injury. So this has been a short-handed Bobcat squad that's done such a good job, as well as the free throw will push it up to 10. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this 1 minute timeout. Mountain Crest, just the rolls have not been there.
No, they just haven't fallen.
We talked about this in the beginning of the season. You're like, oh, surely the averages and the mathematics will work out for us. It just never has.
No.
This whole season.
The basketball gods have not shined on this team. It's been those little things where the ball doesn't go the right way, or, things don't quite fall.
Self-inflicted wounds.
Self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy that way. I do have to say, we haven't had a chance to watch this Bobcat team. And they play really well just as an entire unit.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, you have Guthrie, who scored the most points and everything, but everybody has points. Everybody's on the board. And I have not seen a weak link out there for them tonight. And that's with 12 kids playing.
Yep.
So that says a lot for Skyview that they've got that many good players.
That's a testament to the teamwork and philosophy of Bobcat basketball and Coach Hilliard and what he's done.
Well, and it starts with it starts with at the little league level and just building it up.
And Skyview's been really like a pristine. Here's a quick foul coming out as Skyview's trying to deny anything going into Niko Dimitrikov. But I mean, you and I know more better than anybody because we spent Saturdays ad nauseum out at the rec center in Skyview. They do such a great job teaching the kids from the very beginning what Skyview basketball is all about. Mountain Crest has been doing that as well, but it kind of has been, Skyview as an example to the rest of the valley in terms of basketball.
Basketball, yes, correct.
Here is a quick shot from Brands. It's going to be wedged in between the glass and the rim. Tough one, and that was going to be the quick opportunity that Mountain Crest needed to get back into this. Now there's 2 minutes remaining. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Sagers to Wilson, backdoor, Lillywhite, and a goaltending foul against Pugmire. Backdoor cuts.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about death by a million cuts tonight. It's been death by a million backdoor cuts tonight
it has
for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it really has been. If something could go wrong, it has for this poor Mountain Crest team this year.
Here's Andrus. Shimmies right, then goes in, spins off his defender, goes up and through contact. They'll get the bucket. Ball thrown out from the baseline. Back to a 10-point difference, but 90 seconds on the game clock. Might be too little too late for Mountain Crest, who really had a stopped heart for the majority of this whole second half. There's a long three, and Oxborough caps it off with an exclamation point as he steps back for three, downs it and in. 13-point lead, 59-46 with 1 minute remaining. We're going to talk a little bit about this Mustang squad and what they can do to harass Green Canyon in the post-game show. Here's Jackson Brands in the near side, back up to Dimitrikov, who lowers his shoulder, goes up and through, and he's going to get the offensive foul. Tough break for Dimitrikov. It's not going to matter much about anything, but
no, and
it's a tough one.
I don't think that one was for sure, but it's just the way, like I said, the way it's rolled all night, all season.
Yeah, it's been an appendage of all season. That was the fourth on Niko.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to pull him out and just say we're done.
Yeah.
56 seconds and a quick whistle. We get some confusion on the floor as our substitutions are coming in for Skyview. Coach Hilliard will send in Crew Knowles, the senior, in for Guthrie. Just kidding. They're doing the classic like cup switching thing on me here, where they're like, "Oh, who's going out?
Who's going out?
Don't know."
Coming in?
Oxborough works left against Andrus, hands it back off to Crew. Now to the near side. Gets Andrus off of his feet, kicks it back out. Wilson thought about the three, drives in, and this Skyview team is just going to bleed some more clock off. Backdoor cut too far, and it will roll out of bounds. It will remain with 30 seconds left on the clock, and it's been a fun game regardless. I think there's been some highlight plays. Mountain Crest has had some good moments. It's just been a well-rounded Skyview team that came out with the W tonight. Cale Muir sidesteps, gets over the top of the screen, launches the three, and it will go off the front side of the rim. Rebounded back by the Mustangs, 11 seconds now. Smith to Andrus, he'll rise for three, and that will go high and to the left. Rebounded back by Skyview. And that will be the end of the ball game as, man, the three-point percentage, tough go for the Mustangs tonight. Yeah. We're going to go ahead, take the break, come back for our post-game show brought to you by Cache Valley Daily, bringing you the latest news about what's going on in your community, found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries, replays of local sports, anything that you could possibly need. Your final score, Skyview 59, Mountain Crest 46. We'll come back right after this on 106.9 The Fan.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Welcome back here to the post-game show. A final score and victory for the Bobcats of Skyview, 59-46 over the Mountain Crest Mustangs. It was a close one till a little bit after halftime, and then Mountain Crest couldn't seem to catch up with the offensive firepower of the Bobcats. They end up winning in this one by a score of 13. Your players of the game, let's go ahead and discuss them. Brought to you by Young Toyota and Young Honda. For 100 years delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think Young, drive Young. We're going to go ahead and give the player of the game for the Bobcats to the senior, Guthrie, Liam Guthrie tonight. He scored an impressive double-digit outing tonight, was good with the basketball, didn't turn it over, was really a solid member of this Bobcat squad. He was kind of the pinnacle example of what Coach Hilliard has wanted from his team.
Yeah.
Stellar, consistent play, assist-to-turnover ratio was good, scored some points, kept out of trouble, didn't ruffle any feathers, did it quietly.
Yeah.
And that's what Skyview really did to bury the Mustangs tonight.
They did, yeah. It was a great showing for Skyview, missing one of their big players and still coming out and being successful. So,
our player of the game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs, we had a couple different options of who to give this to. There wasn't any one person that I think that stood out tonight. I would say that perhaps Nico Dimitrikov gave the best opportunity in the second half for them to come in. When Mountain Crest was flatlining offensively, they gave it to Nico to try and jumpstart them.
Yeah.
And I think he did. I think we got it within 9, back down from a 16-point deficit. Just couldn't keep up with the backdoor cuts of Skyview tonight. Nico will get our player of the game. Guthrie gets our player of the game as well. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. Before we go, you will catch us on the call for Mountain Crest and Green Canyon.
Ridgeline.
Oh, is it Ridgeline?
Yes, Ridgeline, yes.
Excuse me, Ridgeline.
Yep.
Green Canyon already played here once. We already knew that. Yep. So Mountain Crest and Ridgeline to end the season. I'm sure that there will be absolutely no emotion in that game whatsoever. And we'll go ahead and conclude it with that one on Friday. Anything else from you, Coach, before we go?
Nope, I think I'm good. This was a really good 3/4 of a basketball game for sure.
It was. All right, on behalf of all of us at CacheValleyDaily.com, we thank you so much. Skyview gets the victory 59-46 off of the heroics of Guthrie and a plethora of others tonight. In this one, we say thank you, and as always, go Mustangs.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.